Anime Face Challenge. Take a picture, turn it into the anime/manga style. But the question is, how do you do it? Well, that's what I'm going to explore today. Ain't that right, boy?
Let's do this.
I've been working on my manga for a while right now. As a practice, I want to get some more repetitions in terms of taking and studying the anime/manga style and all that stuff. So that's what we're going to do today, and also show you what are like the 5 things that I think about when I try to do this particular thing. Also, this video sort of goes well along with another video which I made on the main channel called the 5 manga secrets thingy. So go check that out. I'm just going in depth on those things today, right now. So starting up, I've got this good looking handsome young man right here. Gonna turn him into an anime thingy. The triangular shape language. Now, what is a shape language? Basically, there are multiple shapes in your particular drawing, right? And the way, the language, the core language, the aesthetic of those shapes is sort of what determines the shape language. The kind of vibe and emotion that shape is sort of given. The main thing that I've noticed is it uses a lot of angular shapes and stuff. So I've got my base sketch right here. This is basically what people call shape design. You can see a lot of these angular angles and shapes cooked constantly. Lots of angles. Look at this one right here. Even look at the ear. I try to sort of keep it angular. And what I basically do is instead of drawing like that, I just go boom, boom. Right? It's like as if my line can only travel in a very angular fashion, you know, sort of like that. But also I sort of try to sort of break it down like this, see very sharp edges, angles. And that is what I've sort of done with the hair part right here, which is basically, if you break it down, it's like this, you know. So I've tried to sort of keep this angles and sharp edges throughout the entire drawing. And clearly there are already a lot of these triangles right here, and I'm just making a bit more sharper and angular. But this is what's happening right here. So this is like my base sketch. Make them eyes big and cute. That's one of the principles that I found with the anime and the manga style, which is your characters gotta be attractive, man. They ain't attractive, they ain't manga enough, bro. One of the biggest problems that I have is always, you know, just trouble placing the eyes. So what I try to do is sort of follow what I call the alien method, which is draw the eyeball socket where the eyes needs to be placed, and I draw 3 of these things, and they say the distance between the 2 eyes is actually 1 eye, right? If you learn anatomy, you might sort of know that. By the way, I've got a free Drawing Has Made Simple anatomy course down below. You can check it out if you want to know more about these stuffs. And the thing that I've learned with eyes very specifically is this, which is 1, 2, 3 and boom. 1, 2, 3 and boom. So I use this data, great mathematical data, and I use it like this. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. This ain't no trick. It's sort of like a nice little principle that I try to use. Now, I'm going to use the same thing and just going to try and place all the features. Let me just go ahead and place the eyes properly. Pro tip, don't zoom in when you're drawing. Just ruins it. All right, so got the eyes done. I've noticed if I draw more realistic nose, for like, you know, like proper nose with proper nostrils and all that stuff, it looks less manga-esque. I sort of use this, sort of like this, you know, I keep it invisible, so I don't draw it like this, but rather I keep it invisible and then just sort of draw the nostrils. And oh man, why does this work so well? So this is how I do the nose, and I just keep the nostrils in and lock the nostrils in. If I draw the entire nose, it will look like a proper nose. I can go ahead and do that, but the thing is I won't do that because, you know, just try and achieve a look. For the mouth, my friends, I'm following what I call the Jujutsu Kaisen rule of drawn mouths, which is just like intense, intensely intense. Yeah. Boom. So the way Cash draws the hair is always very blobby. My style is very, very blobby. See, look at the lot of round shapes. It's like safe children's playground. Very cute and very nice. But anime ain't like that, man. Like anime is more dangerous. It's vibing. I sort of, you know, try to understand the hair. It's all, again, angular. See? like that. And see, I'm gonna do the ears as well while I'm at it. What kind of ear was that? Jeez. And usually I don't do much detail with the ears, but just a couple of strokes. So it's like this is the hair on, say, tops such as this. See, I just push the angles and then come around the forehead, and then boom, just try to really push what I got right here. Yeah, there you go. And then just continue that. You got your typical good looking anime guy. Yeah, well, he ain't as good looking as me, you know what they say. Now, I've been lately getting a lot into anime because thanks to my girlfriend, because she is big into anime. We met because like she in her profile, it's like, I like anime. It's like, oh really? Do you? And I asked her, and she's like, yeah, do you too? It's like, yes, I used to watch anime, not much. The story is one of the aspects, but I'm studying more of the visual aesthetics of the anime thing. You gotta maintain realistic proportions when you're sort of drawing anime. So, you don't draw a face like this. I mean, you can, it works, but it doesn't look very anime-esque, the kind of anime that we're aiming for at least. And then, gotta make them cute and pretty. That is one thing I've learned. So, yeah, there you go. This is my first sketch for the day. Alright, so here's my another base sketch right here. So again, sort of following the same things that I follow, which is this, just angular shapes and stuff, right? Very sharp angles everywhere, especially even right here, right? If you're drawing this in perspective in a three-dimensional form, if you make this and turn this into a 3D character, this technically should not work. But apparently, this is how you draw it. How do I know this? Well, I was studying some characters from Jujutsu Kaisen, right? And I was looking at this character named Kugisaki, right? So when I was looking at her stuff, like look how, like for some images just this, you have a very flat chin, but whereas for some other images such as this, you got like this very pointy chin right here. So there is no consistency for us. Again, some images like this, you got this weird thing going on right here. It doesn't have that flat chin anymore. So you gotta maintain character consistency, but not as much as you think. I'm drawing the nose right here, and I'm sort of following the cute pointy nose with the nostrils. Look at that. It's, man, I love this thing. It's sort of like a nice mix between cartoony stuff and also sort of realistic elements, especially for lips, for ladies. The way I sort of do it, or the way I've seen, learned, is just draw the little minuscule minimalist things, and then let the imagination do the work for you. Your imagination would fill the rest of the lips like this. You can draw a fuller lip like that, or just leave it like this and just let the imagination run wild and do the work. And also make them pointy. Chins gotta be pointy. It's like a nice pointy chin right there. It's got a style. Again, there is no one anime style. That is one thing that I need to sort of acknowledge. That is one thing that I've learned. The other technique or thing that I sort of came across and really helped me was, if it's in gray tones and just gray in general, it just looks more prettier and more original. For example, let me sort of add some values to this one. So basically, I've given some values right here, and I've only used 3 values, which is like white and gray and slightly more darker gray. And the aspect of anime is this, which is, it's like, because of the constraints of the medium, which I noticed, which is most of it at the start of the era, which is sort of like newspaper comics at that time back in Japan, and they were printed in black and white on cheap paper, and because of that there were much limitations in terms of the variation of values that you can sort of use. So it was very limited, and you can also sort of use the screen tone. I'm not very familiar with screen tones, so I'm just not going to talk about too much about stuff that I did not know. Sort of came to a conclusion somehow where the medium actually gave birth to some very cool techniques such as this, or not even techniques, the way it sort of looks. If I just add some shadows on this, right? I'm just adding, say, 1 level of shadows. It's just simply adding 1 layer of shadow, just like this, just makes the thing literally come to life. If I just had a couple of more layers, it just pops. And yeah, there you go. I'm not trying to make it more painterly, but just, like trying to sort of study a couple of like the lighting and all that stuff. And one more thing, just add a bit of screen tone, right, on top of this. And Procreate has this really cool screen tone effect. Where is that? Right, just a bit of that, and oh boy, just gives a nice feel and vibe to this whole thing. So yeah, it's just really nice. So a couple of the things, just this, again, back at it, shapes, realistic proportions, techniques such as this, and then make them cute and pretty. And that's how you basically sort of make some cute looking, good looking anime feefles. Yes, anime feefle. That's how you do it, folks. That's how you do it. See you in the next episode. By the way, if you're looking for some cool resources on how to start learning art and all those things and get making your own anime, manga, comics, and cartoons, check out the Artist Roadmap, a workshop that I made, and a couple of other free workshops that I have, and free courses that I have as well. All links down below in the description. Check them out. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.